Hello and welcome back to Arcane Rush. Now I hope you're enjoying this season as much as I am. Well, I was until recently. There's been balance patch. That's what we're going to talk about. Now there's two things I want to address here. Obviously this video is a bit different, so let me know if you enjoy it, if I should do more of these when they get released and give you my insights. So the patch notes. So the improvements for the clan wars, we're yet to experience that. The video is coming soon, don't worry about that one. But we have clan wars like improvements, we have total war scores now displayed even on eliminated defense teams. The clan war kill feed indicates when a player was eliminated. Choose a dealer UI improvement. By popular demand, don't know if this was popular demand, our girl Sochi outfit is blessed by the Aztec Guardians into something a little less distracting. Were you getting distracted? Well, maybe that's a fault on you, not on Sochi. But who am I to speak? I'll leave that up to you. Bug fixes have also been done. Players can no longer drop below the division trophy threshold. In war, gnomes would sometimes become unkillable. That seems great. I mean, if you could hack that and exploit that while it happened, fantastic. Units created by the Netherhammer Relic would sometimes be invisible. Guardians created by the Golden Altar of Divinity bypassed the 6 card in hand limit. Dreaded Warden would sometimes summon a unit without revive, even if its original target had revive. Also, Dreaded Warden occasionally caused Gnome's allies to stats to display incorrectly, the club shop not displaying offers properly for some users, and minor bug fixes. But the real thing we want to talk about is the balance patch Season 8 Week 2. Right, so it's time for another Arcane Rush update. Here is what new. ZORGOD the Smasher, remember it's not the strongest one around, and that it's actually a rare hero and has had its ability reworked. We will get to that, we'll showcase a bit more. The Guardians have finally quenched their thirst, grown a little squishy and had their abilities toned down. Cosmos Ruler, on the contrary, has become stronger. So, Wolfgang, I can't believe they're butchering my guy, Wolfgang and Techno Whalefall got a small ability update to finally escape the endless loops they kept throwing into the game. That's harsh. Wolf already got nerfed about 2 seasons ago, 3, maybe 4, maybe when Gorm actually came out is when they actually nerfed Wolf. He used to attack every single frostbitten ally before they could even do anything. Then they limited him to the first frostbitten ally and now they've done him again dirty. How is this even fair? Anyway, Fury Fang and Soul Slash have slightly cranked up the power on their abilities. Verdant Heart and Weaver of Fates, on the other hand, got a little tired of winning so much, so their abilities had to be toned down. We've also increased the clan contribution points earned from participating in the Gauntlet to reflect the recent changes to the Gauntlet schedule. Gauntlet's all over the place at the minute. I think Clan Wars kind of took that over, but it's crazy. And some bug fixes. Golden Rotmaw Hound doesn't summon any unit even when there's available space if it's a death ability is triggered by the current Psychum stop. So, what does all this mean? Well, Wolfgang has being changed from ongoing. The first time I see a frost bit placed on an enemy, I immediately attack it, survive, gain 2+2. Used to be great, right? And now the real key focus is survivability, gain 2+2 permanently. So the text before is the exact same, it'll still attack a frostbitten ally when it sees it, but now the survivability only happens 4 times. Like, that's so unfair. It's only gaining 2+2, only gaining minimal stats. I get they can keep it in a loop, maybe if you're undead and loads of spiders summon, then you're not doing any damage to it. So this way is a good way to damage it, but I mean, Wolfgang didn't deserve that. There was other issues inside Nords. Fury Fang though seems to have went the other way now. So Avenge 1 gave your orcs 2+2 permanently, and now it gets 3+3. Yet to experience orcs this season. They were pretty solid last season with Funk, but that just seems insane. How can you take away from one faction and give to another faction? 3+3 permanently after one Avenge. I swear, just slap a spider in there. If you get the undead and orcs together, get Fury Fang on you, and then have like the full body orcs and just slap a spider in there, that's 4 Avengers you're seeing there, which is what? 4 freezes like 12. That is absolutely insane to me. Soul Slash now, which used to be ambush and attack, give allies 1+1 permanently for each unit you have ambush in your hand. Now it's 2+1. So a slight upgrade there. I don't actually hate that too much. Ninjas did kind of need a little bit reworked. There was only like certain win conditions you can have before you actually got to them. But this actually also adds another 1 there. I think keep it on par with the ceiling, which is getting really high with gnomes and Aztecs and how good they can actually be. Elves now, Venderheart is one of my favorites. I don't understand why he's been nerfed, or this one's been nerfed already. Like, give elves a chance to breathe. Every time net elves get a little bit good, a little bit borderline top of the meta, they get absolutely slashed all the time. I even spat there, I'm that out of range. So this was ongoing. When you play an elf, give 2 elf allies other than it 4+4. Simple, you're playing elves. Now, this is ongoing. When you play an elf, give 2 elf allies 3+3. Let's take that 1 off. I get it's only 1 on either side, but that made a huge difference. You play 2 elves 1 turn, you're getting 8 damage to other elf allies. Now you're only getting 6. That is a huge factor when it comes to damage and attack. Slightly disappointed about that one, but I mean, like I said, 1 damage doesn't really matter if you're playing so many elves. It does. It honestly does. Like Wolfgang as well. Weaver of Fates, tier 5 elf. Like I said, elves get borderline close to the top of the meta, get absolutely slashed in half. The exact same, taking 1+1 off for each elf you've played this turn. Like, what's the point? Why start them so high if you're going to drop them down? Just start them, drop them down anyway. Who thought 4+4 was going to be a good answer if you didn't think people were going to exploit that and make really good builds? But then on the contrary, Aztecs, who are really good, Cosmos Ruler used to be when you sacrificed an ally on board. Now it's when a unit is sacrificed, give him the stats. He's got even better. How is this even possible? How can we butcher the elves, the new cards you have just brought in, by the way, because they're just new this season, these elves, to then go to an Aztec, which is already an impossible race with Blood Bond, to then give him more stats? What, was he not getting used enough? Is that the issue? Like, I've used him in my builds and got him pretty strong. I've seen him strong in other builds. But then speaking of making things really, really weird, Guardians have been absolutely murdered in my opinion. I don't understand why. They're Guardians. Increase the altar. Make the altar like 12 offering spells. Make the Guardians so rare that you're struggling to get them. And you need an insane run to get them. But don't butcher them. Like, come on. So this used to be, right, which was, this one used to be, play, sacrifice a unit, death, summon 2 exact copies of different strongest Aztecs you've sacrificed this game. But now, it's just summon an exact copy of a different strongest Aztec. It's 1. You used to get 2. It's a Guardian, for God's sake. It's meant to be OP. It's meant to be really good, but now it's only 1, so that's that out the window. I mean, you'll still have success with that one. It's not a huge issue with it. But it's just kind of one of them being like, listen, it's a Guardian. It's a tier 5 Guardian. So not only do you have to get to a tier 5, you have to then get the altar, give that 7 offering spells to get a chance to do this one. I think if you do that, fair enough, you deserve it. Or we go with the other one, which is the Ocelot Guardian, which is kickstart, equalize my stats to different strongest ally, death, split half of my damage between your different Aztecs. Like, I don't know why that needed worded in. Maybe people are building up, like, all these ocelots, but who's getting to the Guardians? Again, like, it's maybe just a word and rework on that one, but I mean, different Aztecs is really gonna matter. That makes sense for that to happen. This one though, this seems to be, I've already done a video on this. This video is now completely irrelevant using the Guardians, even though it didn't work out too well for me, but this used to be an attack and a death situation. The death situation has been removed now, so it's just attack, give an enemy blood bond, and deal half my damage to it. Like, why? Why does that need to happen? Again, it's a Guardian. I'm gonna stand on this Guardian temple and be like, they need to be OP if you're getting to them. The only changes that could be made, in my opinion, of course, so you can all have your own opinion. Let me know what your opinion actually is on this change. It seems like it's butchered so much right now. It does seem like it has butchered so much, but on the other hand, it does make the balance kind of fair. Some of the stuff were ridiculous, and you knew if you're up against them, it was over. There's not really much you could do. So I guess it is kind of good. I'm not going hating so much. I'm not hating so much, but I do stand on the Guardians. Like, maybe the Wolf, I understand. What else was there? The Ninjas, the Elves, fair enough, I understand. The Fury Fang Orc, I don't understand. I don't see we've had enough data of people playing that, but anyway, that might be something else that they can look into the back of it. But, like, the Guardians, they're Guardians. Change the altar. Make the altar, like, almost impossible. Like the 50 cheers abilities that we've seen on the dwarves. Make the altar you have to play 50 summoning spells, and then you get that. Like, or offering spells. Like, I think that's such a better angle. And then just revert these guys back to how they were. They're OP. They're good. You can really make them OP if you know what you're doing. And that's the way it should stand. On to the gnomes now though, after my rant about Guardians. Techno Whalefall. When a gnome dies in combat, give its modules to different ally gnomes. This is specific to combat, so it doesn't mean that they will stay permanent. That's the only change there. To be honest, I don't really notice much difference. In my experience with this one, it might make difference to other people. They might be like sacrificing allies to get their modules onto somewhere else. Fair enough, but that's not what I'm experiencing. And she just kind of is what she is, so fair enough to that change. Just certain slight wording that you need to be careful of. This one is now on ZORGOD the Smasher, which is a hero ability, which is choose a unit to destroy it to get a random unit. It now costs 1. It used to be free. And now costs 1 though. So what do you think of all these changes? It's a little bit of a different video. Let me know if you also enjoyed it as well. But these changes will be interesting, and the Nord video coming soon.